everybody. This is a tutorial on how to bleach knots on a 360 frontal. Well, this is how I bleach my knots on my 360 frontal. So if you want to know how I do it, please stay tuned. All right, so I use the Salon Care Quick White bleach that I purchased from Sally's. And I got my 30 volume developer. You can use whatever volume developer that you desire. Then I have the red gold color corrector. This is to help with the brassiness because you don't want a tangerine or orange scalp. So this is to help with that. Then you have a mixing bowl to mix your contents in. Then you have the brush to help with the bleaching process. Then you have some clips to help pin the hair back from the unit. Then you have some combs to help aid in that as well. Then you have some water to help to control the hair and pull the hair back away from the lace. Then you have some neutralizing shampoo to help with the bleaching process, stop the bleaching process, I'm sorry. Then you have the Shimmer Lights shampoo that also helps with the brassiness. And you need some gloves because we're using bleach, and yeah, you want to protect your hands. And this is my first time, so nobody got time to be burnt. And then we have a mask because this is very potent, and please have your windows open because this will burn your nostril hairs because it is very strong. And some conditioner that I use prior to washing the hair, and I will let you guys know what I do with that in a moment. Then a plastic bag to help keep the other hair away from the bleach. This to help to protect the other hair. And you also have the aluminum foil to help with processing the bleach faster. All right, so this is the hair. I'm spraying it down. This is freshly washed unit that I made, and I do have a video on it. I will link it down below. And I am using the comb to push the hair back away from the lace because I do not want that hair to be bleached. And this is what it looks like prior to. It's freshly washed, and this is what it's looking like prior to the bleaching process. So now I'm going to take my conditioner and I'm going to put it kind of like on the roots of the hair, and this is to try to help and stop the bleach from going up to the roots. And since this is my first time doing this, I saw this on somebody's page. I believe somebody commented this. They said it was a cosmetologist, so I hope they are correct. So those of you out there that are stylists or cosmetologists, please let me know if this is correct information. I hope it is. But yeah, so I guess this is to help, and I believe it did because my roots, they weren't bleached. So yeah, so that's why I used the conditioner prior to. And here we are going to mix. So I'm going to use the Quick White, and I am going to use, I believe I used 1 scoop, and I did place it into the mixing bowl, and that's where we're going to mix all the contents in. And then we're going to take our 30 volume developer. I didn't use 40 because it's my first time doing this, and I ain't want no bleach bleach roots. And also I didn't want to use 20 because I didn't want to be there for 50 days. So I was like, let me get in between. So I used the 30. So use whatever your heart desires. But if you are a beginner, I would say use between a 20 and 30 because the 40 will bleach very fast, and you don't know what to do after that. So just make sure that you keep an eye on it. So I'm eyeballing the 30 volume developer, 30 volume developer. I'm making sure that it's going to be at a good consistency. You guys will see me mixing a lot and adding and eyeballing and stuff like that, just to make sure to get that nice consistency. And the consistency you don't want it to be runny, like a runny, you want it to kind of stick onto the knife. And I'm mixing with a knife because I later on after the video, or when I cut the camera off, I do use a knife because it makes it spread like butter. It's a better application than using the brush because Lord. But anyway, but yeah, make sure you mix it very well and don't have it running because you don't want it to get the roots. This is very strongly suggested. You don't want it to get on the roots, y'all. Say it with me. Don't get it on the roots because I don't know how to correct it or what have you. So that's why I was like, you know what, ain't nobody got time to be trying to correct no bleach knots and bleached roots. So I was like, let me just try to do it right, the first time, since it's my first time. But granted, you can, you know, mess up on the first time, but just try to do it right the first time. So that's why I took a lot of safety precautions, because I was like, don't nobody got time for this, because this is a very tedious process, very tedious. Okay, so this is what it looks like. You want it to look like this type of consistency. Okay, all right, so now we're going to use the red gold color corrector plus, and I saw this on Ivy Deer's YouTube channel, and she used this. She put like 3 or 4 drops into her mixture, and this is to help with the brassiness. And this did definitely help, so I do definitely recommend this when you are bleaching your knots. So please go get this, or some people use other things, whatever like that, but this was pretty cool. So I was like, let me get this, you know. So I did get it, and I definitely did mix it. I make sure, you know, you make sure you mix, because you want everything to be mixed equally. You know, you don't want anything to be, you know, so you just want to make sure that you got it, because again, this is for the brassiness. You don't want to walk around with a tangerine orange scalp, y'all. Okay, you want it to look like scalp. This is the whole point of bleaching the knots. You want it to look like scalp, not tangerine. All right, so yeah, so that's basically about that. So yeah, so it looks like a nice Cool Whip consistency, like a whipped cream type deal. That's what it like, Cool Whip. That's a good way to explain it. So you want it to look like a nice Cool Whip consistency and not runny at all. All right, so this is what it's looking like in the plastic bag. It comes in handy. This is to help protect the rest of the unit, because that's what you want to do. So yeah, so I am applying this. I'm being very, very careful, because a lot of YouTube tutorials said you had to do it with a light hand, like feathery or whatever like that. This took all of 25 minutes. This is a very tedious process. If you don't have anywhere to go, this is when you do this process. If you have somewhere to go, if you're in a rush, do not do this, because you may bleach the roots. So you want to make sure that you are not, you know, going hard in the paint with this, because you want to do this real lightly. And this is the first time I'm doing this, so I took all the precautions. So I was like, let me do this very nice and lightly. And off camera, like I said before, I did use a knife, because this brush was aggravating, so it was just too much, and I was scared that I was going to go through, because it's like big. So I wanted to get like a knife, you know. I used a plastic knife, and the plastic knife was clean, and I used that, you know, to, you know, spread it like butter, and that was a better application. So yeah, so I didn't show how I did all of it, because there are numerous videos on YouTube of how you do it. But if you want to see a full thing of how I spread it on there with the plastic knife or what have you, then I will definitely do a video. Please let me know in the comment section below. All right, so now we are going to take the foil, and we're going to wrap it up like a oven roaster. I was laughing at myself, like, what am I doing? I'm sitting here cooking this, you know, 360 frontal, you know, the hair is the stuffing. So let me stop anyway. But yeah, so they do like a oven stuffer. So we're gonna let this bake. I let it bake for like 25-30 minutes, but I did watch it, you know, in 5 or 10, you know, increments. I did keep an eye on it, so I kept checking it, because again, this is my first time. I didn't want to over bleach, so I did keep checking it. So I did have a timer, so just to keep track. All right, so now I'm rinsing it off, and I still have my gloves on because the bleach is still there. So I am rinsing it in this direction, because I don't want it to bleach or get onto the hair, because the bleach is still active, even though we are washing it with water. We did not use any, you know, shampoo or anything yet, so we're just using plain water. So yeah, so this is what it's looking like after I've rinsed the bleach off, and this is what the 360 looks like. And now I'm going to get my neutralizing shampoo. I purchased this from Sally's for about $1 and some change. And I'm applying it to the part where I bleached the knots. And I did this twice. So I rinsed it off and did it twice. Okay. And that's basically about that. So this is to stop the bleaching process. Then I'm using the Shimmer Light shampoo. I believe I purchased this from Sally's as well. And this is to also help with the brassiness. So I did use this, and it's a nice purple color. It smells good to me. A lot of people said they don't like the smell, but I did this twice. And the first time I did it, I let it sit for 10 minutes. And the next time I did it, I believe I let it sit for 5 or 10 minutes. I'm not sure. But yeah. And so that's what it's looking like. And I let it sit, and then I rinse it off and continue with the washing process. All right, now I took my gloves off because the bleach is gone, and I am rinsing it off. And yes, I know y'all talking about me now because y'all see that Shea Moisture shampoo. This came out. I did this before the controversy came out, so yeah, don't come for me. Okay, good night. Anyway, yeah. So this is what the scalp looks like after I washed it so far. So this is what it's looking like so far, and I think it's pretty good, I guess, pretty decent for my first time. There's some bleach, there's some black knots still there, but for the most part I think I did pretty good considering this is my first time. So the more you do something, of course, the more you get better at it. So don't get discouraged if you do see some black knots still. It's okay, you know, but for the majority of it, it's looking like scalp to me, so I'm satisfied, and that's cool with me. So this is what the outcome looks like after you've done, you know, that washing process so far, because we still have some washing to do. All right, so yes, I'm using the Manuka shampoo. Yes, I do like this shampoo. So again, this was before the controversy, and yeah, I'm using it. So, oh well, don't come for me. But anyway, that's basically about that. So I'm shampooing that, and I believe I shampooed it twice. I'm not sure, but this is just to get the moisturization kind of back in there and stuff like that. So that's basically about that, and that's it. And now I'm using the conditioner, and yes, this is Shea Moisture again, Manuka, and I'm gonna deep condition it for a little bit, probably like 15-20 minutes. I'm not sure how long I did it for, but yeah, so that's basically about that. And yeah, and I let that sit for a little bit, and that's it, you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this was helpful. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please ask. And if you have comments below, definitely ask me. Marquis97. Let me back to you. Thanks for watching. Peace. Bye. Balls, me. I want balls, me. Come on, see. What say? I want balls, me. I want balls.